Hi everyone. Today is a video that I did not want to record because I am a bit embarrassed about it. But the part of build in public is that you have to show your achievements as well as your failures or regrets or things that didn't work out well in public, right? So the thing that I want to talk about today is something called as AI Slop. So I have been an AI assisted coding advocate since I don't know last year. I think I was doing it last year as well, but then cursor dropped and I was coding it because I'm not a person who is passionate about coding as such. I love building. It gets me into that obsession mode of just building and shipping, but I'm not inherently passionate about writing code. As like, if I did not had to write code, I would still be happy in my day-to-day life. So that brings me to the point that when I started working on the project, this one for the Shipaton challenge, my idea was to utilize as much as Claude Code because that was the subscription I had, the $200 plan, because that's the usual number now. This is like the bench, like the standard. We went from 20 to 200 somehow. So I was using it a lot, and my subscription expires tomorrow, and I have used 3,600 worth of Opus 4 tokens. And even though it sounds a lot, and I have gained a lot of value from it, I have worked on a lot of open source projects that I could not have gotten to a point where it is right now. But I let it go wild on this project. So today, my friend Yash was helping me give feedback for the app. He is the only one I have shared the test flight with, and somebody else. But the point is that when he sent me the screenshot of this Apple Connect Your Health screen, I was like, I don't know the screen. I didn't add the screen. I would never add this hideous screen ever in my app. And then I realized that I had let it go wild on one of the branches called as on feature onboarding, and it was I just merged it because everything was passing, and then that thing happened for a few more PRs, and the code base is already 10,000 lines. And I will not share the chat obviously, but he gave me a few screenshots on how the app looks on his iOS 18 device. I'm right now trying to target iOS 26, and because he does not have the workout, so it said it is supposed to say log workout, but it does not. And then I was playing with the colors uh, yesterday with the mesh gradients, because last year's project was mesh gradients, so I just wanted to have a lot of mesh gradients everywhere in my app. It looks bad. All PRs, the history button, all of these colors, they are just random and it don't look good anymore. Even the progress tab bar, it does not look good. I'm not complaining as such, it's just that there's are inconsistencies because of the design system I thought I had was working well, but it wasn't. And then good morning Yesh, even the didn't I tried to test, I did not test it much on for dynamic type. I did add accessibility labels, but it did not test each of the screens for dynamic type, so you can see how they look so bad. Same again, the charts, it got it working in one shot, but the colors, these all can be solved, I know, if you have good prompts. Not the prompts itself, but if you have good um, markdown files that acts as rules, that okay, this app has this, and if you have to uh, refer to anything related to the design, you refer to the design system, which is in this file, and these are the primary colors. You can add that in the main markdown. But because I was rapidly changing the colors, it was orange in the beginning on the first day, then it was a yellow, a bit of yellow. Then Tesla was launching in India. I saw the gradient on their website and I was like, I want this dark red color, and that's how we ended up in this mess of colors. And this is such a Claude looking UI, especially this a fire and the round circle and another round circle, and somebody posted on the Discord as well for Shipaton. And when I saw their app and the streaks looked like this, like I understand like fire is something that you usually associate with streaks, but my mind is like, okay, we both use the same model to design this, even if they had coded it on their own. So this was one funny thing. And again, this current streak does not, the intensity color do not match the same. So there's so many design inconsistencies that I overlooked, because one of the things or insecurities I would say is that when I was working on meshing app last year, it won the Build in Public award, but I think it wasn't worthy of being an good app, because it was kind of a one pager app, because all the settings were on the main screen itself as half sheets. So this time I wanted many screens in the app, and that was one of the reasons why I have so many screens. And that's how I ended up in this mess. There are way more screens. Like there was a personal best record screen as well, and that was completely different. I should have had the video of that as well to show how it had different elements. Even the gradients on the icons were completely different. It looked nicer as a screen itself, but it did not match the screen on its own. So there were a lot of design inconsistencies, and I was like, I have to stop everything I'm doing. I will open Xcode on my Mac Mini. I was doing all the development on my MacBook Pro. So for me, it is more of that if I open my Mac Mini as a lazy person, I know I'm serious because I get my dual monitors. So now this is how the app looks, and I hope it connects. So right now the things have changed a bit, and I was playing with the streaming motivational message for the foundation model, which is not updating here. Okay, it is updating. Okay, so this works well. Today's calorie is actually 0, and I went with the orange color because I just wanted something that Apple has adapted on its own. Just keep it as native as possible. And I got rid of the mesh gradients altogether for now. Then I was playing with something that is called as the last workout intelligence, and snapping these so to make the most out of my workouts from what I'm doing today and how they were yesterday. One of the things I liked was this efficient. This is still wipe coded, by the way, but I'm using Alex Sidebar with Sonnet 4 model. But at this time I was way more, how do I say, I was micromanaging it a lot, with working on each section at a time, looking at the output and then working on it again. It is still kind of AI slop, if that's the word I would use, because I have not worked on the UI as much as I would have when I'm actually shipping it to the store, but it is much nicer than what I have on the right side. So this efficiency of calories per minute is something that I usually calculate. So for me in my head, it's like if I'm doing 10 minutes of workout, I burn 10 calories, I'm happy. Is it 10 so it's I'm sorry, so it's 10 minutes of workout and 100 calories, or 1 minute of 10 calories. Yes, so if I am hitting 6.5, it's okay, but if it is anything less than 5, then I do not consider it a good workout or a good cardio workout. So this workout was nice. Then this daily insights of 9 steps today, because it's 3:45 and my watch did not update the health data. And then 0 active calories. This is a nice graph that it created, and I'm very happy. 5.6 hours of sleep. I should sleep more. I have no idea why it said the quality is 4 stars, so I need to debug what parameters is considering as a good sleep. And then I also added a streak homepage. So if I have to go back and show you how the streak screen looked before, which one is this one? So this is how the streak screen looks now, which I think now my streak screen is much nicer. I have to get rid of this star and create kind of my own badges for the milestones, and I have the colors here and the workouts. So this is a much nicer screen than what I had before, so I'm happy in that sense. I'm not sure if I click on something it works. Yeah, it does not. Yeah. So there should be something on that as well. This is kind of my GitHub PR stats, but for working out. The progress screen is much nicer now. We have the consistency, like if I'm showing up every day or not. Am I performing? My average duration for the workout. When do I perform the best? So according to my app, I usually perform better on the Tuesdays, but I think it's not optimized because it is looking at the workouts for this week, and I need to query more data because I have a lot of health data, especially in the past few months. Again, the 6.1 calories per minute, and am I resting enough? I only rested one day. I don't think I rested. This value is something wrong because I did not rest. I am logging a workout every single day. Then the personal records, this is the view that I was talking about. Oh, it is still there. It is still there. So this is the screen that I was talking about that I absolutely hate so much because it is so different from the main screen itself. So I need to get rid of the screen. Then there's the recent workouts. I did a nice HIIT of 31 minutes. So I was testing the notifications, if they're working well or not, or the widgets as well. And then I have the history, which is a very nice view now. So this is the main app and the settings view, not much to see here. So this is what I have done in the past 1 week. I'm not happy, but I'm not very sad anymore. Like I was 6-7 hours. So let's see if I go to the home, and this is the widget that I have because I have 0 calories. It should say 0 calories, and this is one thing that I have to figure out, and it says the a quote. This is something that's telltale AI generated. The idea is that I would want a fitness partner and what they would say and what I would want to wake up to. So this is not something that this feels more of a toxic positivity thing, and this is not what I would want to see when I'm waking up in the morning when I see my app. So that's the update for the app, what I have done in the past week, how I went from AI slop to kind of an AI slop, but much better. I'm also targeting the vibe coding challenge, but I'm also targeting the design. So I have to maintain that balance in between, which I call as vibe crafted apps. But crafting an app you need to learn design well, and design is one of my weak points. So let's see how that goes, and I hope you have been enjoying my journey over on Twitter and on YouTube, and I plan to create more videos that provide more value to you. Good night and have a great day.